Hey Alex, while we're on the subject of myths and storytelling, I wanted to talk to you about something you probably already know and think about, which is that cultures preserve good stories. Not just entertaining stories, but good ones. Allow me to explain. Before people could write things down, before first drafts and final copies, storytellers perpetuated stories through tradition and near constant retelling. In Jewish tradition, we know that every generation had to memorize the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, word for word at a very early age. They memorized the origin of man, the genealogies from the first man through Noah, down to Abraham, and from there all the way to their present generation. Kind of crazy if you consider that people nowadays don't even know their great-grandparents. They memorized the stories of Adam, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Aaron. Every story told in the Old Testament was basically passed down through oral tradition. That's how we have these old stories now. Some stories are recorded on tablets, which was expensive and time-consuming, I'm sure, while others you can find on papyrus or parchment, which was also expensive and time-consuming. These stories, therefore, had to be of high quality before a mark was put on the page. Beyond that original act of turning oral tradition into written work, some documents had such a wide popularity or a strong importance that you saw them written down in 2 similar but nuanced ways, being copied and sent to faraway lands or translated into other languages. All of these and each of these processes have a way of refining the old stories and adding new depths to its richness. Some scholars even take these different copies of texts and analyze them side by side. This is called redactive criticism. All this to say that the best stories are the ones that have lasted for centuries. Not only that, but I would argue that in order to be a truly great story, it has to stand out not only among stories from its own time, but also against stories even now. Everyone remembers the significance of Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and the like. But to compare these works with Shakespeare's Hamlet or Dante's Inferno is to compare grape juice with old wine. Yeah, it's great for kids, but adults could afford a wider variety. The richness, however, comes from seeing what generations past were communicating to each other and how those same ideas interact and even collide in today's modern era. What's your favorite old story? But maybe more important, what old story do you think needs to be resurrected and retold today? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that bell or subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe this video is worth sharing. Alex will talk on Tuesday.